and welcome to Found Space production of Twelfth Night. We would like to point out that we lost our Olivia about 2 days ago, so the Olivia we have today will be played by the wonderful Gail, and she will be on script. Thank you.
Thank you, DeGorsino. Hi, I'm Christian Johnson, and I am the director of Twelfth Night. I want to thank you all for coming out to Found Space's debut show of Twelfth Night. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about what Found Space is. We are a humanitarian theater company devoted to putting the humanity back into the arts. Twelfth Night has a special place in my heart, not because of its story of love, comedy, but because it tells a certain story. A story about dual identity. Lila's character, in many ways, is probably one of the bravest characters I've ever had the privilege to read about and to put on stage. To lose all of her family in a shipwreck, but then to reevaluate herself in a new land, much like how I see refugees. Refugees have to be some of the bravest people to wear a different identity to acquiesce to a new society. So I want to thank you all for coming out, because the work and the love that the actors have put into this show mean a lot not only to me, but to the world. And I want to thank you all for coming in to share and relish in the opportunity that they're all willing to share with you tonight. So from Found Space community and from the community of actors that we have the privilege to work with, thank you. Woo.
If music be the food of love, play on. Give me excess of it, that surfeiting the appetite may sicken and so die. Straight again. I had a dying fall. Oh, it came o'er my ear like the sweet sound that breathes upon a bank of violets, stealing and giving odor. Enough. No more. It's not so sweet now as it was before. Oh, spirit of love, how quick and fresh art thou that notwithstanding thy capacity, received as the sea not enters there. Of what validity and pitch soe'er, but falls into abatement and low price, even in a minute, so full of shapes his fancy that it alone is high fantastical.
Will you go hunt, my lord?
What? The curio?
The heart.
Why, so I do. The noblest that I have. When mine eyes did see Olivia first, methought she purged the air of pestilence. That instant was I turned into a hart, and my desires, like fell cruel hounds, ere since pursue me. How now? What news from her?
So please, my lord, I might not be admitted, but from her handmaid do return this answer. The element itself, till 7 years' heat, shall not behold her face at ample view. But like a cloister she will veiled walk, and water once a day her chamber round with eye offending brine. All this to season a brother's dead love, which she would keep fresh and lasting in her sad remembrance.
She that hath a heart of that fine frame, to pay this debt of love but to a brother? How will she love when the rich golden shaft had killed the flock of all affections else that live in her? When liver, brain, and heart, these sovereign thrones are all supplied, and filled her sweet perfections with one self-king. Away before me, sweet beds of flowers. The love thoughts lie rich when canopied with bowers.
It is perchance that you yourself were saved.
Oh, my dear brother. And so perchance may he be.
True, madame. And to comfort you, a assure yourself. After our ship did split, when you and those poor number sailors you hung on a driving bolt, I saw your brother, most prominent in peril, bind himself. Courage and hope both teaching him the practice to strong masts that lived upon the sea, where, like Orion on the dolphin's back, I saw him hold acquaintance with the waves, so long as I could see.
For saying so, there's gold. Mine own escape unfolds to my hope which thy speech serves for authority the like of him. Knowest thou this country?
Aye, madame, well, for I was bred and born not 3 hours' travel from this very place.
Who governs here?
A noble duke, in nature as in name,
What's the name?
Orsino.
Orsino. Well, I've heard my father name, and he was a bachelor then.
And so is now, or was so very late. For about a month ago I went from hence, and then 'twas fresh in murmur, as you know, what great ones do less will prattle of, that he did seek the love of fair Olivia,
What's she?
a virtuous maid, the daughter of a count, that died some 12 months since. Then leaving her in the protection of his son, her brother, who shortly also died, for whose dear love they say she have abjured the company and sight of men.
Oh, that I served this lady, and might not be delivered to the world till I had made mine own occasion mellow what my estate is.
That were hard to compass, because you amid no kind of suit, no, not the duke's.
There is a fair behavior in thee, Captain. And though that nature with the beauteous wall doth oft close in pollution, yet of thee I will believe thou hast a mind that suits with this thy fair and outward character. I prithee, and I'll pay thee bounteously, conceal me what I am, and be my aid, for such disguise as haply shall I become the form of my intent. I'll serve this duke. Thou shalt present me as a eunuch to him. It may be very worth thy pains, for I can sing and speak to him in many sorts of music that may be very worth his service. What else mayhap to time I will commit, only shape thou thy silence to my wit.
Be you his eunuch and your mute I'll be, when my tongue blames that let mine eyes not see.
I thank you, lead me on.
What a plague means my niece to take the death of her brother thus? I'm sure care's an enemy to life.
By my troth, Sir Toby, you must come at earlier nights. Your cousin, my lady, takes great exceptions to your ill hours.
Why, let her accept before accepted.
Aye, but you must confine yourself within the modest limits of order.
Confined? I'll not confine myself any finer than I am. These clothes be good enough to drink in, and these boots too. And if they be not, let them hang themselves in their own straps.
That quaffing and drinking will undo you. I heard my lady talk of it yesterday, and of a foolish knight you brought in one night here to be her wooer.
Who? Sir Andrew Aguecheek?
Aye, he.
He's as tall as any man in Illyria.
Oh, what's that to the purpose?
Why, he has 3,000 ducats a year.
Aye, but he'll have but a year in all these ducats. He's a very fool and a prodigal.
Fie that you'll say so. He plays the viol de gamboys and speaks 3 or 4 languages word for word without book, and hath all the good gifts of nature.
He hath indeed almost natural, for besides that he's a fool, he's a great quarreler, and but that he has the gift of a coward to allay the dust he hath in quarreling, 'tis thought among the prudent he would quickly have the gift of a grave.
By this hand, there are scoundrels and subtractors that say so of him. Who are they?
They that add, moreover, he's drunk nightly in your company.
Would drinking health to my niece? I'll drink to her as long as there is passage in my throat and drink in Illyria. He's a coward and a coistrel that will not drink to her, till his brains turn to the toe like parish top. What, wench? Castigliano Vogo! For here comes Sir Andrew Aguirre!
Sir Toby Belltown! No, Sir Toby Bell!
Sweet Sir Andrew!
Bless you, fair shrew.
And you too, sir.
Accost, Sir Andrew, accost!
What's that?
My niece's chambermaid.
Good Mistress Accost, I desire better acquaintance.
My name is Mary, sir.
Good Mistress Mary Accost.
God, you mistake, knight. Accost is front her, board her, woo her, assail her.
By my troth, I will not undertake her in this company. Is that the meaning of accost?
Fare you well, gentlemen.
Ah, and thou would let her part so, Sir Andrew, would thou mightst never draw sword again.
And you part so, mistress, I would I might never draw sword again. Fair lady, do you think you have fools in hand?
Sir, I have not you by the hand.
Marry, but you shall have. And here's my hand.
Now, sir, thought is free. I pray you bring your hand to the buttery bar and let it drink.
Wherefore, sweetheart, what's your metaphor?
It's dry, sir.
Why, I think so. I'm not such an ass, but I keep my hand dry. What's your jest?
A dry jest, sir.
Are you full of them?
Aye, sir. I have them at my fingers' ends. Marry now, I let go your hand. I am barren.
Oh, knight, thou lackest a cup of canary. When did I ever see thee so put down?
Never in your life, I think, unless you see canary put me down. Methinks sometimes I have no more wit than a Christian or an ordinary man has. But I'm a great eater of beef, and I believe that does harm to my wit.
No question.
I thought that. I'll forswear it. I'll write home tomorrow, Sir Toby.
Pourquoi, dear knight?
What's pourquoi? Do or not do? I would I had bestowed that time in the tongues that I had in fencing, dancing, and bear baiting, had I but followed the arts.
Aye, then hadst thou had an excellent head of hair.
Why would that have mended my hair?
Oh, past question, for thou seest it does not curl by nature.
But it becomes me well enough, does not?
Aye, it hangs like flax on distaff. And I'd like to see a housewife take it between her legs and spin it,
Faith, I'll write home tomorrow, Sir Toby. Your niece will not be seen, or if she be, it's 4 to 1. She'll none of me. The Count himself here hard by woos her.
Oh, she'll none of the count. She'll not match anyone above her degree, neither in estate, years, nor wit. Come on, man, I've heard her swear it. Tut, there's life to it.
Faith, I'll stay a month longer. I am a fellow the strangest mind in the world. I delight in masks and revels, sometimes all together.
Art thou good at these kickshaws, knight?
As good as any man in Illyria, whatsoever he be, under the degree of my betters. Yet I'll not compare with an old man.
What is thy excellence in a galliard, knight?
Faith, I can cut a caper.
And I can cut a mutton to it.
I have the back trick as strong as simply as any man in Illyria.
Wherefore are these things hid? Wherefore have these things a curtain before them? Are they to take up dust like Mr. Small's picture? Why dost thou not go to church in a galliard and come home in a coranto? My very walk should be a jig. I would not make water but in a syncopace. What dost thou mean? Is this the world to hide virtues in? I did think, by the excellent constitution of thy leg, that it was formed under the star of a galliard.
Aye, 'tis strong, and it doesn't differ well in a flame-colored stock. Shall we set about some revels?
What shall we do else? Were we not born under Taurus?
Taurus, at sides and heart.
Nay, sir, it's legs and thighs. Come, let's see thy caper. Higher! Higher! Excellent!
If the Duke continue these favors towards you, Cesario, you are like to be much advanced. He hath known you but 3 days, and already you are no stranger.
You either fear his humor, or my negligence that you call in question the continuance of his love. Is he inconstant, sir, in his favors?
No! Believe me.
I thank you. Here comes the Count.
Who saw Cesario ho?
On your attendance, my lord, here.
Stand you while I live, Cesario. Thou knowest no less but all I have been class to thee the book, even of my secret soul. Therefore, good youth, address thy gate unto her. Be not denied access. Stand at her doors and tell them. There thy fixed foot shall grow till thou have audience.
Sure, my noble lord, if she be so abandoned to her sorrow as it is spoke, she will never admit me.
Be clamorous and leap all civil bounds rather than make unprofited return.
Say I do speak with her, my lord. What then?
Then unfold the passion of my love. Surprise her with the discourse of my dear faith. Shall become thee well to act my woes. She will tend it better in thy youth than Nuncia's a more grave aspect.
I think not so, my lord.
Dear lad, leave it. They shall yet belie thy happy years. That say thou art to man, Diana's lip is not more smooth and rubious. Thy small pipe is as the maiden's organ, shrill in sound, and all assemblative a woman's part. I know thy constellation is right apt for this affair. Some 4 or 5 attend him, all if you will, for I myself am best and least in company. Prosper well in this, and thou shalt live as freely as thy lord, to call his fortunes thine.
I'll do my best. Who your lady? Yet a barful strife, whoe'er I woo myself would be his wife.
Nay, either tell me where thou hast been, or I will not open my lips so wide as a bristle may enter in way of thy excuse. My lady will hang thee for thy absence.
Well, let her hang me. She that is well hanged in this world needs to fear no colors.
Make that good.
She shall see none to fear.
A good Lenten answer. I can tell thee where that saying was born of I fear no colors.
Where, good Mistress Mary?
In the wars, and that may you be bold to say in your foolery.
Well, God give them wisdom that have it, and them that are fools, let them use their talents.
Yet you will be hanged for being so long absent, or to be turned away. Is that not as good as a hanging to you?
Well, many a good hanging prevents a bad marriage. And as for turning away, let summer bear it out.
You are resolute then.
Not so neither, but I am resolved on 2 points.
That if one break, the other hold, or if both break, your gaskins fall.
Apt in good faith, very apt. Well, go thy way. If Sir Toby would leave drinking, thou wert as witty a piece of eve's flesh as any in Illyria.
Peace, you rogue, no more of that. Here comes my lady. Make your excuse wisely, you were best.
Wit, and to be thy will, put me into good fooling. Those wits that think they have thee do very oft prove fools. But I, that am sure I lack thee, may pass for a wise man. For what say Quinopolis? Better a witty fool than a foolish wit. God bless thee, lady.
Take the fool away.
Do you not hear her, fellows? Take away the lady.
Go to, you're a dry fool. I'll know more of you. Besides, you grow dishonest.
See 2 faults, Madonna, that drink and good counsel will amend. For, if you give the dry fool drink, then is the fool not dry? See, bid the dishonest man mend himself. If he mend, he is no longer dishonest. If he cannot, then let the botcher mend him. Anything that is mended is but patched virtue. That transgresses is but patched with sin. And sin that amends is but patched with virtue. If that this simple syllogism will serve, so if not, what remedy? As there is no true cuckold but calamity. So beauty's a flower. The lady bid take away the fool, therefore I say again, take away the lady.
Madam, I bid them take away you.
Misprison in the highest degree. Lady, calcus non facit monectums. That is as much to say as I were not motley in my brain. Good Madonna, give me leave to prove you a fool.
Can you do it?
Dexterously, good Madonna.
Make your proof.
I must catechize you for it, Madonna. Good, my mouse of virtue. Answer me.
Well, madam, for want of other idleness, I'll bide your proof.
Good Madonna. Why mournest thou?
Good fool for my brother's death.
I think his soul is in hell, Madonna.
I know his soul is in heaven,
The
fool.
more fool Madonna to mourn for your brother's soul being in heaven. Take away the fool, gentlemen.
What think of you of this fool Malvolio? Doth she not mend?
Yes, and shall do till the pangs of death shake her infirmity that decays the wise shall ever make the better fool. God send thee, sir, a speedy infirmity for the better increasing of your folly. Sir Toby will be sworn that I am no fox. He will not pass his word for 2 pence that you are no fool.
How say you to that, Malvolio?
I marvel your ladyship takes delight in such a barren rascal. I saw her put down the other day with an ordinary fool that has no more brain than a stone. Look you now, she's out of her guard already. Unless you laugh and minister occasion to her, she is gagged. I protest, I take these wise men that crow so, these that kind of fools no better than the fools at Zanies.
Oh, you are so sick of self-love, Malvolio, and taste with a distempered appetite. To be generous, guiltless, and free of disposition is to take those things that we deem bird bolts as cannon bullets. There is no slander in an allowed fool, though she do not but rail, nor railing in a known discreet woman, though she do nothing but reprove.
Now Mercury endure thee with leasing, for thou speakest well of fools. Madam, there is at the gate a young gentleman much desires to speak with you.
From the Count Orsino, is it?
I know not, madam, 'tis a fair young man and well attended.
Who of my people hold him in delay?
Sir Toby, madam, your kinsman.
Fetch him off, I pray you. He speaks nothing but madman. Fie on him. Go you, Malvolio. If it be a suit from the Count, I am sick or not home. What you will to dismiss it. Now you see, madam, how your foolings grow old and people dislike it.
Thou hast spoke for us, Madonna, as if thy eldest son should be a fool, whose skull drove crams with brains for... Here he comes. One of thy kin has a most weak pia matter.
Oh, by mine honor, half drunk. What is he at the gate?
A gentleman.
A gentleman. What gentleman?
'Tis a gentleman here. A plague of these pickle herrings. How now, son?
Good Sir Toby.
Cousin, how have you come by this lethargy?
Lechery! I defy lechery! There's one at the gate.
Ay, Mary, and what is he?
Let him be the devil and he will. I care not. Give me faith, say I. Well, it's all one.
What's a drunken man like, fool?
Like a drowned man, a fool, and a madman. One draught above heat makes him a fool, the second mads him, the third drowns him.
Go thou and seek the crowner and let him sit in my cuz. He's in the 3rd degree of drink. He's drowned. Go
He's
look
but
after
mad
him.
yet, Madonna, and the fool shall look to the madman. Madam, yon young fellow swears he will speak with you. I told him you were sick. He takes on to understand so much and therefore comes to speak with you. I told him you were asleep, and he seems to have a foreknowledge of that too, and therefore comes to speak with you. What is to be said to him, lady? He's fortified against any denial.
Tell him he shall not speak with me.
Has been told so, and he says he'll stand at your door like a sheriff's post and be a supporter to a bench, but he'll speak with you.
What kind of man is he?
Why, of mankind.
What manner of the man?
A very ill manner. He'll speak with you, will you, or no?
Of what personage and years is he?
Not yet old enough for a man, nor young enough for a boy. As a squash is, which is almost a pea scod, or a codling, which is almost an apple. 'Tis with him in standing water between boy and man. He's very well favored, and he speaks very shrewishly. One would think his mother's milk were scarce out of him.
Let him approach, call in my gentlewoman.
Gentlewoman, my lady calls.
give me my veil, throw it over my face, and we'll hear once more of Orsino's embassy.
The Honorable Lady of the House, which is she?
Speak to me and I shall answer for her. Your will.
Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty. I pray you tell me if this be the Lady of the House, for I never saw her. I be loath to cast away my speech, for besides that it is excellently well penned, I've taken great pains to con it. Good beauty, sustain me no scorn, I am very comfortable even to the least sinister usage.
Whence came you, sir?
I can say little more than I have studied, and that question's out of my part. Good gentle one, give me modest assurance you be the lady of the house, and I may proceed in my speech.
Are you a comedian?
No, my profound heart. And yet, by the very fangs of malice, I swear I am not, that I play. Are you the lady of the house?
If I do not usurp myself, I am.
Most certain, if you are she, you do usurp yourself. For what is yours to bestow is not yours to reserve. But this is for my commission. I will now on with my speech in your praise and then show you the heart of my message.
Come to what is important. I forgive you the praise.
Alas, I took great pains to study it, and 'tis poetical.
It is the more like to be feigned, I pray you, keep it in. I heard you were saucy at my gates, and allowed your approach rather to wonder at you than to hear you. If you be not mad, be gone. If you have reason, be brief. 'Tis not that time of moon with me to make one in so skipping a dialogue.
Will you hoist your sail, sir? Here lies your way. No, good swabber. I'm to hold here a little longer. Some mollification for your giant, sweet lady.
Sure you have some hideous matter to deliver when the courtesy is so fearful. Speak your office.
It alone concerns your ear. I bring no overture of war, no taxation of homage. I hold the olive in my hand. My words are as fun of peace as matter.
Yet you began so rudely. What are you? What would you?
The rudeness that hath appeared in me have I learned from my entertainment. What I am and what I would are as secret as maidenhead. To your ears, divinity. To others, profanation.
Give us the place alone. We will hear this divinity. Now, sir, what is your text?
Most sweet lady.
Comfortable doctrine, and much may be said of it. Where lies your text?
In Orsino's bosom.
In his bosom. In what chapter of his bosom?
To answer by the method in the first of his heart.
Oh, I have read it. It is heresy. Have you no more to say?
Good madam, let me see your face.
Have you any commission from your lord to negotiate with my face? You are now out of your text, but we will draw the curtain and show you the picture. Look you, sir, in such a one, I was this present. Is it not well done?
Excellently done, if God did all.
'Tis ingrained, sir, 'twill endure wind and weather.
'Tis beauty truly blent, whose red and white nature's own sweet and cunning hand laid on. Lady, you are the cruelest she alive if you lead these graces to the grave and leave the world no copy.
Oh, sir, I will not be so hard-hearted. I will give out divers schedules of my beauty. It shall be inventoried, every particle and utensil labeled to my will. As item, 2 lips, indifferent red. Item, 2 gray eyes with lids on them. Item, 1 neck, 1 chin, and so forth. Were you sent hither to praise me?
I see what you are. You are too proud. But if you are the devil, you are fair. My lord and master loves you dearly. Oh, such love could be but recompense that you were crowned the non-peril of beauty.
How does he love me?
With adorations, fertile tears, with groans that thunders love with sighs of fire.
Your lord does know my mind. I cannot love him, yet I suppose him virtuous, know him noble, of great estate, free and well divulged, learned and valiant, and in dimension and in the shape of nature, a gracious person. But yet I cannot love him. He may have took his answer long ago.
If I did love you in my master's flame, with such a suffering, such a deadly life, in your denial I would find no sense, I would not understand it.
Why? What would you?
Make me a willow cabinet, your lady, and call upon my soul within the house. Write loyal cantons of condemned love, and sing loud, even in the dead of night. Halloo your name to the reverberate hills, and let the babbling gossip of the air cry out, Olivia! You should not rest between the elements of earth and air, but you should pity me.
You might do much. What is your parentage?
Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman.
Get you to your lord. I cannot love him. Let him send no more, unless perchance you come again to me to tell me how he takes it. Fare you well. I thank you for your pains. Spend this for me.
I'm no feed post, lady. Keep your purse. My master, not myself, lacks recompense. Love make his heart of flint that you shall love, and let your fervor, like my master's, be placed in contempt. Farewell, fair cruelty.
What is your parentage? Above my fortunes, and yet my state is well. I am a gentleman. I'll be sworn thou art, thy tongue, thy face, thy limbs, thy actions and spirit do give thee a fivefold blazon. Oh! Not so fast, not so fast. Soft, soft. Unless the master were the man. How now, even so quickly, one thinks I may catch the plague. Methinks I feel this youth's perfection with an invisible and subtle stealth to creep in at mine eyes. Well, let it be. What ho, Malvolio?
Here, madam, at your service.
Run after that same peevish messenger, the county's man. He left this ring behind him. Would I were not, tell him I have none of it. Desire him not to flatter with the Lord, nor let him keep his hopes up, for I am not him, that if the youth come this way tomorrow, I'll give him reasons for it. Hie thee, Malvolio.
Madam, I will.
I do know not what and fear to find, mine eye too great a flatterer for my mind. Oh, fate, show thy force! Ourselves we do not owe what must be decreed, what must be so.
Will you stay no longer, nor will you not that I go with you?
By your patience, no. My stars shine darkly over me. The malignancy of my fate might perhaps distemper yours. Therefore I shall crave you your leave, that I may bear my evils alone. Nor a bad recompense for your love to lay any of them on you.
Let me know of you whither you are bound.
No suit, sir. My determined voyage is mere extravagancy. But I sense in you so excellent a touch of modesty that you will not extort from me one willing to keep in. Therefore he charges me a man at the bat to express myself. You must know me then. Antonio, my name is Sebastian, which I called Rodrigo. My father was that Sebastian of Messine, who I know you have heard of. He left behind him, myself, and a sister, both born in an hour. If the heavens have me pleased, where we are so ended, but you, sir, alter that. Some hour before you took me from the breach of the sea, was my sister drowned.
Alas the day.
A lady, sir, to whom said she much resembled me, was yet of many accounted beautiful. Though I cannot such estimable wonder before I believed that, yet thus far I will boldly publish her. She bore a mind that envy could not be called fair. She is drowned now, sir, by sea water. Do I see the drowner remembrance again with more?
Pardon me, sir, your bad entertainment.
Good Antonio, forgive my trouble.
If you will not murder me for my love, let me be your servant.
If you will not undo what you have done, that is, kill him whom you have recovered, desire not. Fare ye well once, my bosom is full of kindness, and I am yet so near the man as my mother, that upon the least occasion more mine eyes will tell tales of me. I am bound to the Count of Sina's court. Farewell.
The gentleness of all the gods go with thee. I have many enemies in Orsino's court, else very shortly would I see thee there. But come what may, I do adore thee so. That danger shall seem sport, and I will go.
We're not even now at the Countess Olivia.
Even now, madam, on moderate pace I have since arrived but hither.
She returns this ring to you, sir. You might have saved me my pains to have taken it away yourself. She adds, moreover, that you should put your lord into a desperate assurance that she will none of it. And one thing more, that you be never so hardy to come again into her affairs, unless it be to report your lord's taking of this. Receive it so.
She took the ring of me, I'll none of it.
Come, sir, you peevishly threw it to her, and her will is it should be returned. If it be worth stooping for, here it lies in your eye. If not, be it his that finds it.
I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Oh, fortune forbid my outside have not charmed her. Huh. She made good view of me, so much that sure methought her eyes had lost her tongue, for she did speak and starts distractedly. She loves me, sure. The cunning of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. None of my lord's ring, why he sent her none. I am the man. Oh, if it be so as 'tis, poor lady, she were better love a dream. Disguise, I see thou art a wickedness wherein the pregnant enemy does much. How easy it is for the proper false in women's waxen hearts to set their forms. Alas, our frailty is the cause, not we. For such as we are made of, such we be. How this match? My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, fond as much on him, and she mistaken seems to dote on me. What will become of this? As I am man, my state is desperate for my master's love. As I am woman, now alas the day, what thriftless sighs shall poor Olivia breathe? Oh, time, thou must untangle this, not I. It is too hard a knot for me to untie.
Approach, Sir Andrew, approach. Not to be abed. After midnight is to be up betimes. And deliculus urgere, thou knowest.
Nay, my troth, I know not. But I know to be of late is to be of late.
A false conclusion. I hate it as much as an unfilled can. To be up after midnight and to go to bed then is early. So to be up after midnight is to be up betimes. Does our life not consist of the four elements?
Faith, so they say. But I think it rather consists of eating and drinking.
Thou art a scholar! Let us therefore eat and drink. Marianne! A stoop of wine!
Well, here comes the foolish thing.
How now, my heart? Did you never see the picture of we three?
Welcome, ass! Now let's have a catch!
By my troth, this fool has an excellent breast. Aye, rather than 40 shillings I had such a leg and so sweet a breath to sing as the fool has. In sooth, thou was some very gracious schooling last night, when thou spokest of pig or grammatis, of the Vapians passing the equinoctial of Cuevis. I sent thee 6 pence for thy lemon, hadst it?
Ah, I did in Pentecost thy gratuity. For Malvolio's nose is no whipstock, my lady has a white hand, and the Myrmidons are no bottle ale houses.
Excellent! Well, this is the best fooling when all is done. Now, a song.
Come, there's 6 pence for you in it, a song!
There's a testral of me too, if one night giveth.
Would you have a love song or a song of good life?
A love song, a love song!
I care not for good life.
Oh, mistress mine, where are you roaming? Oh, stay and hear your true love's coming, that can sing both high and low, that can sing both high and low. Trip no further, pretty sweeting journeys end in lovers meeting. Every wise man's son does
Excellent,
know.
good faith.
Good, good.
Every wise man's son does know. What is love?
What is love?
Hereafter, present mirth hath present laughter. What's to come is still unsure. What's to come is still unsure. In delay, there lies no plenty. Then come kiss me, sweet and 20. Youth's a stuff will not endure. Youth's a stuff will not endure.
The littlest voice was I am true knight.
A contagious breath!
Very sweet and contagious of faith.
And to hear by the nose it is docet in contagion. But shall we now make the welkin dance indeed? Shall we not rouse the night owl and the catch that will draw 3 souls out of one weaver? Shall we do that?
When you love me, let's do it. I am a dog at a catch.
By your lady, sir, some dogs will catch well.
Most certain. Let our catch be thou knave.
Hold thy peace, thou knave, knight. I shall be constrained to call thee knave, knight.
Tis not the first time I have constrained one to call me knave. Begin, fool, it begins. Hold thy peace.
Oh, well, I shall never begin if I hold thy peace.
Good faith, come begin.
What a caterwauling do you keep here? If my lady have not called up her stewardess Malvolio and bid you turn you out of doors, never trust me.
My lady's a Catayan. We're politicians. Malvolio's a Pegaramsey. And 3 merry men we be. Am I not consanguineous? Am I not of our blood? Tilly Valley lady. There dwelt a man in Babylon. Lady, lady.
Beshrew me the nice and admirable fooling.
Aye, he does well enough to be disposed.
Oh, that's well.
He does with a better grace, but I do it more natural.
Another thy peace.
My masters, are you mad or what are you? Have you no wit, manners, nor honesty, but to gabble like tinkers at this time of night? Do ye make an alehouse of my lady's house that you squeak out your cosier's catches without any mitigation or remorse of voice? Is there no respect for place, persons, nor time in you?
We did keep time in our songs. Neck up!
Sir Toby, I must be round with you. My lady bade me tell you that while she harbors you as her kinsman, she is nothing allied to your disorders. If you can separate yourself and your misdemeanors, you're welcome to the house. If not, and it would please you to take leave of her, she is very willing to bid you farewell.
Farewell, dear heart, for I must needs be gone.
Nay, Sir Toby.
His eyes do shout. Is he
His
still?
days are almost done.
But I shall never die.
Sir Toby, there you lie.
This is much credit to you.
Shall I bid her go?
What any of you do?
Shall I bid her go and spare not?
Oh, no, 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 you dare not.
Go, rub your chain with crumbs. Mariah, a stoop of wine.
Mistress Mary, if you prize my lady's favor in anything more than contempt, you would not give means for this uncivil rule. She shall know of it by this hand.
Go shake your ears!
For a good idiot as to drink when a woman's hungry, to challenge her in the field and to break bones with her and make a fool of her.
Do it, knight. I'll write thee a challenge myself, or I'll deliver thy indignation by word of mouth.
Sweet Sir Toby, be patient for tonight. Since the youth of the counts was today with thy lady, she is much of quiet. For Madame Malvolio, let me alone with her. If I do not gull her into a nay word and make her into a common recreation, do not think I have wit enough to lie straight in my bed. I know I can do it.
Possess us, tell us something of her.
Mary, sir, sometimes she is kind of Puritan.
I thought that'll beat her like a dog.
What? For being a Puritan? Thy exquisite reason, dear knight.
I have no exquisite reason for it, but I have reason good enough.
The devil of Puritan that she is, or anything constantly but a time pleaser, an affectionate ass that cons state without book and utters it by great swarts. The best persuaded of herself, so crammed as she thinks with excellencies that all that look on her love her. And on that vice will my revenge find notable cause to work.
What wilt thou do?
I will drop in my way some obscure epistles of love, wherein by the color of her hair, the shape of her leg, the manner of her gait, the expression of her eye, forehead, and complexion, she shall find herself feeling most personated. I can write very like my lady, your niece, on a forgotten matter we can hardly make distinction of our hands.
Excellent! I smell a device.
I have it in my nose too.
She shall think, by the letters that thou wilt drop, that they come from my niece and that she's in love with her.
My purpose is indeed a horse of that color.
And your horse now would make him an ass.
Ass, I doubt not.
Oh, it will be admirable.
Sport Royal, I warn to you. I know my physical work with her. I will plant you two and let the fool make a third where she shall find the letter. Observe her construction of it, for this night to bed and dream of the event. Farewell.
Good night, Penthesilea.
Before me, she's a good wench.
She's a beagle, true bred, and one that adores me. What of that?
I was adored once too.
Thou hast need to send for more money, knight.
If I cannot recover your niece, I am a foul way out.
If thou hast her not in the end, call me cut.
If I do not, never trust me. Take it how you will.
Come, come. I'll go burn some sack. 'Tis too late for bed now. Come, knight. Come. Come, knight.
Give me some music. Now, good morrow, friends. Now, good Cesario, but that piece of song, that old and antique song we heard last night, methought it did relieve my passion much more than light airs and recollected terms of these most brisk and giddy-paced times. Come, but one verse!
She is not here, so your lordship that should sing it.
Who was it?
Festi, the jester, a fool that the lady's father took much delight in. She's about the house.
Seek her out and play the tune the while. Commendable. Ever thou shalt love in the sweet pangs of it, remember me. For such as I am, all true lovers are, unstaid and skittish in all motions, I'll save in the constant image of the creature that is beloved. Dost thou like this tune?
It gives a very echo to the seat where love is throned.
Thou dost speak massively, my life upon it, young though thou art. Thine eye hath saved upon some favor that it loves, hath it not, boy?
A little by your favor.
What kind of woman is it?
Your complexion.
She is not worthy then. What years in faith?
About your years, my lord.
Too old by heaven. Let still the woman take an elder than herself. So sways she to him, so levels she in her husband's heart. For boy, however we do praise ourselves, our fancies are more unfirm, giddy, more longing, wavering, sooner lost and worn than woman's are.
Think it well, my lord.
Let thy love be younger than thyself. Thy affection cannot hold the bent. For women are as roses, whose fair flower being once displayed doth fall that very hour.
And so they are. Alas that they are so, to die even when they too perfection grow.
Oh, fellow, come! The song we had last night, mark it, Cesario. It is old and plain. The spinners and the knitters and the sun and the free maids do weave their thread with bones do use to chant it. It is silly sooth and dallies with the innocence of love like the old age.
Are you ready, sir?
Aye, prithee, sing.
Come away, death, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Fly away, breath. I am slain by a fair, cruel maid. My shroud of white stock all with you. Oh, prepare it, my part of death, no one so true did share it. Not a flower sweet on my black coffin, let there be strong. Not a friend greet my poor corpse where my bones shall be thrown. 1,000 sighs to say, lay me where sad true lover never find my grave to weep there.
This for thy pains.
No pain, sir. I take pleasure in singing.
I'll pay thy pleasure then.
Truly, sir, and pleasure will be paid one time or another.
Give me now leave to leave thee.
Now the melancholy god to protect thee, and the tailor make thy doublet of a changeable taffeta. For thy mind is a very opal. I would have men of such constancy put to sea, that their business might be everything and their intent everywhere. For that's it that makes a good voyage out of nothing. Farewell.
Let all the rest give place. Once more, Cesario, get thee to yon same sovereign cruelty. Tell her, my love, more noble than the world, prizes not quantity of dirty lands. Tell her, but 'tis that miracle and a queen of gems that pranks her and attracts my soul.
But if she cannot love you, sir.
I cannot be so answered.
Soothe, but you must! Say that some lady! As perhaps her is, hath for your love a great a pang of heart, as you have for Olivia. You cannot love her. You tell her so, must she not then be answered?
There's no woman's sides can buy the beating of so strong a passion as love doth give my heart. No woman's heart so big that they hold so much they lack retention. Alas, their love may be called appetite. No motion of the liver, but the palate that suffers travail, cloyment, and revolt. But mine is all as hungry as the sea and can digest as much. Make no compare between the love a woman can bear me and that I owe Olivia.
Aye, but I know.
What dost thou know?
Too well what love women to men may owe. In faith, they are as true of heart as we. My father had a daughter loved a man. As it might be, perhaps I were a woman, I should your lordship.
And what's her history?
A blank, my lord. She never told her love. But let concealment like a worm in the bud feed on her damask cheek. She pined in thought, and with a green and yellow melancholy sat like patience on a monument, smiling at grief. Was not this love indeed? We men may say more, swear more, but indeed our shows are more than will, for still we prove much in our vows, but little in our love.
Thy sister of her love, my boy.
I am all the daughters of my father's house, and all the brothers too. Yet I know not, sir, to this lady?
That's the theme. To her in haste, give her this jewel. Say my love can give no place, bides no denay.
Come thy way, Signor Fabian.
Nay, I'll come if I lose a scrubble of this sport, or let me be boiled to death with melancholy.
Wouldst thou not be glad to have the miserly, rascally sheep-biter come by some notable shame?
I exult, man. You know he brought me out of favor with my lady about a bear baiting here.
To anger her, we'll have the bear again. We shall fool her black and blue, shall we not, Sir Andrew?
We do not, it is pity of our lives.
Here comes the little villain. How now, my medal of India?
Get ye all free into the box tree. Malvolio's coming down this walk. She has been yonder eye the sun, practicing behavior to her own shadow this half hour. Observe her, for the love of mockery, for I know this lover will make a contemplative idiot of her. Close, in the name of jesting, lie thou there, for here comes the trout that must be caught with tickling.
'Tis but fortune, all is fortune. Maria once told me she did affect me, and I have heard herself come thus near that, should she fancy, it should be one of my complexion. Besides, she uses me with a more exalted respect than anyone else that follows her. What should I think on't?
Here's an overweening rogue.
Oh, peace! Contemplation makes a rare turkey cock of her. How she jets under her advanced views.
Sly I could so beat the rogue.
Peace, I say.
To be Countess Malvolio.
Ah, rogue!
Pistoler! Pistoler!
Peace, too!
There is example for it. The lady of the Strachey married the yeoman of the wardrobe.
Fire on her, Jezebel!
Oh, peace! Now she is deeply in. Look how imagination blows her.
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state.
Oh, for a stone bow to hit her in the eye.
Calling my officers about me in my branched velvet gown, having come from a daybed where I have left Olivia sleeping.
Fire and brimstone!
Oh, peace, peace.
And then, to have the humor of state, and after a demure travel of regard, telling them I know my place as I would, they should do theirs. To for my kinsman Toby.
Bolts and shackles.
Oh, peace, peace, peace. Now.
7 of my men, with an obedient start, make out for him. I frown the while, and perchance wind up watch or play with my some rich jewel. Toby approaches, curtsies there to me. I extend my hand to him thus, quenching my familiar smile with an austere regard of control.
Does Toby give you a blow of the lips, then?
Saying, Cousin Toby, my fortunes having cast me on your knees, give me this prerogative of speech.
What?
You must amend your drunkenness.
Out, scab! Here!
Besides, you waste the treasure of your time with a foolish knight.
Oh, that's me, I warned you.
One Sir Andrew.
I knew 'twas I. Many do call me a fool.
What employment have we here?
Now is the woodcock near the jig.
Oh, peace and the spirit of intimate reading aloud to her.
By my life, this is my lady's hand. These be her very C's, her U's, and her T's. And thus makes she her great P's. This is, in contempt of question, her hand.
Her C's, her U's, and her T's. Why that?
To the unknown beloved, this and my good wishes. Her very phrases, fire leave wax, soft, and the impressure her decrease with which she uses to seal. 'Tis my lady. To whom should this be?
This wins her, liver and all.
Jove knows I love, but who? Lips do not move, no man must know. No man must know. What follows? The numbers altered, no man must know. This should be thee, Malvolio.
Marry, hang thee, Brock.
I may command where I adore, but silence like a Lucrece knife, with bloodless stroke my heart doth gore. M-O-A-I doth sway my life.
A fustian riddle.
Excellent, wench, say I.
M-O-A-I doth sway my life. Nay, but first, let me see. Let me see.
What dish of poison has she dressed her?
And with what wing the Staniel checks it?
I may command where I adore. Why, she may command me. I serve her, she is my lady. This is evident in any capacity. There is no obstruction in this. And the end, what should that alphabetical position portend? If I could make that resemble something in me, soft. M-O-A-I.
Oh, I make up that! She's now at a cold scent.
Salter will cry upon for this, though it be as rank as a fox.
Malvolio! And why that begins my name.
I told you she would work it out. The cur is excellent at Fulton's.
But then there's no consonancy in the sequel. It suffers under probation. A should follow, but O does.
And O shall end, I hope.
Aye, or I'll cudgel her and make her cry, oh.
And then I comes behind.
Aye, and you have an eye behind you. You might see more discrepancy at your heels than fortunes before you.
M-O-A-I. This simulation is not as the former. And yet, to crush this a little, they would bow to me. For every one of these letters are in my name. Soft, here follows prose. If this fall into thy hand, revolve. In my stars I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Thy fates open their hands, let thy blood and spirit embrace them, and to inure thyself to what thou art like to be, cast thy humble style and appear fresh. Be opposite with a kinsman, surly with servants, let thy tongue tang arguments of state, put thyself into the trick of singularity. She thus advises thee that sighs for thee. Remember who commended thy yellow stockings and wished to see thee ever cross-gartered. I say remember. Go to thou art made if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still, a fellow of servants and not worthy to touch fortune's fingers. Farewell, she that would alter services with thee, the fortunate unhappy. Daylight and champagne discovers not more. This is open. I will be proud. I will read politic authors. I will baffle Sir Toby. I will wash off gross acquaintance. I will be, point devised, the very man. I do not now fool myself to let imagination jade me, for every reason excites to this that my lady loves me. She did commend my yellow stockings of late, and she did praise my legs being cross-gartered. And in this, she manifests herself to my love, and with a kind of injunction drives me to these habits of her liking. I thank my stars I am happy. I will be strange, stout in yellow stockings and cross-gartered, even with the swiftness of putting on. Jove and my stars be praised. Here is yet a postscript. Thou canst not choose but know who I am. If thou entertainest my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well, therefore in my presence still smile. Dear my sweet, I prithee. Jove, I thank thee, I will smile, I will do everything that thou wilt have me.
I never heard this for a pension of thousands to make for from the Sophie.
I can marry this wench for this device.
So could I too.
And ask no dowry of her, but such another jest.
Nor I neither. Oh, here comes my noble gold.
Oh, wilt thou set thy foot on my neck?
Or am I neither?
Shall I play my freedom at dice and become thy bond slave?
If faith or I either.
Thou hast put her in such a dream that when the image of it leaves her, she must run mad.
Nay, but say sure does it work upon her?
Oh, like aqua vitae with a midwife.
If you will then see the fruits of the sport, mark her first approach before my lady. She will come to her in yellow stockings, and 'tis a color she abhors, and cross-gartered, a fashion she detests. And she will smile upon her, which will now be so unsuitable to her disposition. Being addicted to a melancholy as she is, it cannot but turn her into a notable contempt. If you will see it, follow me.
To the gates of Tartar, thou most excellent devil of wit!
Oh, I'll make one too!
Save thee, friend, and thy music. Dost thou live by thy tabard?
Oh, no, sir, I live by the church.
Art thou a churchman?
Oh, not so, sir. I do live by the church, for I do live at my house, and my house doth stand by the church.
Ah, so thou mayst say the king lies by a beggar, if a beggar dwell near him. Or that the church stand by thy tabard, if thy tabard stand by thy church.
You have said, sir.
To see this age, a sentence is but a cheerful glove to a good wit. How quickly the wrong side may be turned outward.
Nay, that's certain. They that dally nicely with words may quickly make them wanton.
I would therefore my sister had no name, sir.
Why, madam?
Why, sir, to dally with that word might make my sister wanton.
But indeed, words are grown so false and spawns disgrace them.
In thy reason, madam.
Troth, I can yield you none without words, and words are grown so false I am loath to prove reason with them.
I warrant thou art a merry fellow that carest for nothing.
Oh, not so, sir. I do care for something, but in my conscience, sir, I do not care for you. If that be to care for nothing, sir, I would it would make you invisible.
Art not thou the Lady Olivia's fool?
No, indeed, sir. The Lady Olivia has no folly. She will keep no fool till she be married, and fools are as like to husbands as pilchards are to herrings. The husband's the bigger. I am indeed not her fool, but her corrupter of words.
I saw thee late at the countersinos.
Foolery, sir, just walk about the orb like the sun. It shines everywhere. I would be sorry, sir, but the fool should be as oft with your master as with my mistress. I think I saw your wisdom there.
Nay, and thou pass upon me, I'll no more of thee. Hold, there's expenses for thee.
Now Jove in his next commodity of hair, send thee a beard.
By my troth, I'll tell thee I am almost sick for one, though I would not have it grown upon my chin. Is thy lady within?
Would not a pair of these have bread, sir?
Yes, if being put together and put to use.
I would play Lord Pandarus of Phrygia to bring a Cressida to this toilet.
I understand you, madam, 'tis well begged.
The matter, I hope, is not great, sir. Begging but a beggar. Cressida was a beggar. My lady is within, sir. I will construe to them whence you come, who you are, and what you would, or out of my welkin. I might say element, but the word's overworn.
This fellow is wise enough to play the fool, and to do that craves a kind of wit. She must observe their mood on whom she jests, the quality of persons and the time, and like the haggard check at every feather that comes before her eye. This is a practice full of labor, as wise men's are. For folly that she wisely shows is fit, but wise men folly fallen quite taint their wit.
Save you, gentleman!
And you, sir!
Dieu vous garde, monsieur.
Oh, et vous aussi, votre serviteur.
I hope so you are, and I am yours.
Will you encounter the house? My niece is desirous you should enter if your trade be to her.
I am bound to your niece, sir. I mean, she's the list of my voyage.
Well, taste your legs, sir. Put them to motion.
My legs better understand me, sir. And I understand what you mean by bidding me taste my legs.
I mean to go, sir, to enter.
And then I shall answer you with gate and entrance. But we are prevented. Most excellent, accomplished lady, the heavens rain odors on you.
The usurer courtier, rain odors, well.
My matter hath no voice unto your most pregnant and vouchsafed ear.
Odors, pregnant, and vouchsafed. I'll get them all three already.
Let the garden door be shut, and leave me to my hearing. Give me your hand, sir.
My duty, madam, and most humble service.
What is your name?
Cesario is your servant's name, fair princess.
My servant, sir. 'Twas never merry world since lowly feigning was called compliment. Your servant to the Count Orsino.
And he is yours, and his must needs be yours. Your servant is your servant, madam.
For him I would think not on him, for his thoughts, would they were blanks, rather be filled with me.
Madam, I come to whet your gentle thoughts on his behalf.
Oh, by your leave, I pray you, I bid you never speak again of him. But would you undertake another suit? I'd rather hear you to solicit the music for my spear.
Dear lady!
Give me leave, beseech you. I did send you after here the last enchantment, ring in chase of you. So I did abuse myself, my servant, and I fear me, you. Under your hard construction, I must sit to foreset on you in shameful cunning, to which you knew none was yours, what you might think. Have you not set mine honor at the stake, and baited it with the unmuzzled thoughts that tyrannous heart can think? To one of your receiving, enough is shown. A cypress, not a bosom, my heart can take. Oh, so let me hear you speak.
I pity you.
That's a degree to love.
No, no agrice, for 'tis a vulgar proof that oft we pity enemies.
Why then methinks it's time to smile again. Oh world, how apt the poor are to be proud. If one should fall a prey, how much better to fall before the lion than the wolf. The clock upbraids me with the waste of time. But be not afraid, good youth, I will not have you, and when wit and youth is come to harvest, your words alike to reap a proper man. There lies your way, due west.
Then westward ho! Grace and good disposition attend your ladyship. You'll nothing, madam, to my lord by me?
Stay, I pray thee, tell me what thou thinkest of me.
That you do think you are not what you are.
Oh, if I think so, I think the same of you.
Well, then you think right, I am not what I am!
Would you were as you would have me be.
Would it be better, madam, than I am? I wish it might, for now I am your fool.
Oh, what a deal of scorn looks beautiful in the contempt and anger of his lip. Oh, murderous guilt shows itself not too soon, then love would seem hid. Love's night is noon, is Cesario, by the roses of the spring. I love thee. Oh, by maidenhood, honor, truth, and everything. I love thee so, that martyr all thy pride, nor wit nor reason can my passion hide. Do not extort thy reasons from this clause, for that I woo, therefore has no cause, but rather reason thus with reason better. Love sought is good, but love unsought better.
By my innocence, I swear, and by my youth, I have one heart, one bosom, and one truth, and that no woman has, nor ever none shall mistress be of it, save I alone. And so, adieu, good madam. Nevermore will I my master's tears to you deplore.
Yet come again, for thou perhaps mayst move that heart, which now abhors to like his love.
No, Faith, I must stay a jot longer.
Thy reason, dear madam, give thy reason!
You must needs yield your reason, Sir Andrew.
Mary, I saw your niece do more favors to the Count's serving men than she ever bestowed upon me. I saw it to the orchard.
Did she see thee the while, old boy? Tell me that.
As plain as I see you now.
Oh,
She did this as an argument of her love towards you.
Slightly make an ass of me.
I will prove it legitimate upon the oaths of judgment and reason.
and they've been grand jurymen since before Noah was a sailor.
She did show the youth favor to your sight, only to exasperate you, to awaken your dormouse valor, to put fire in your heart and brimstone in your liver. You should have then accosted her, and with excellent jest, fire new from the mint, you should have then banged the youth into dumbness. And this was looked for at your hand, and it was balked. The double guilt of this opportunity, and you let time wash off, and you are now sailed to the north of my lady's opinion, to hang like an icicle upon a Dutchman's beard. Unless you do redeem it by some laudable attempt of either valor or policy.
And it be any way, it must be with valor, for policy I hate. I just leave be a brownist as a politician.
Then build me thy fortunes upon the basis of valor. Challenge me the count's youth to fight with him. Hurt him in 11 places. My niece shall take note of it. And assure thyself, there is no love broker in the world can prevail more in man's commendation with woman than a report of valor.
There is no way but this, Sir Andrew.
Will either of you bear me a challenge to him?
Go write it in a martial hand. Be cursed and brief. It is no matter how witty, so that it be eloquent and full of invention. Taunt him with the license of ink, and as many lies as will fit in thy sheet of paper, although the sheet were big enough for the bed of ware in England. No matter. Go about it. Oh, let there be gall in thy ink, although thou write with a goose pen. No matter. About it.
Where shall I find you?
We'll call thee at the cubiculo.
This is a dear mannequin to you, Sir Toby.
I've been dear to him, lad, some 2,000 strong or so.
Oh, 2,000.
Aye. Now, oxen and wain ropes cannot hail them together. For Andrew, if he were opened up and you find so much blood in his liver as to clog the foot of a flea, I'll eat the rest of the anatomy.
And the opposite, the youth, bears in his visage no presage of cruelty.
Nay, look where the youngest red of 9 comes.
If you desire the spleen and will laugh yourself into stitches, follow me. Yon gull Malvolio has turned heathen, a very renegado, for there is no Christian that means to be saved by believing rightly can ever believe such impossible passages of grossness. She's in yellow stockings.
And cross-gartered?
Most villainously, like a pedant that keeps the school, I the church. I have dogged her like her murderer. She does obey every point of the letter that I dropped to betray her. She does smile her face into more lines than is in a new map with augmentation of the Indies. You have not seen such a thing as 'tis. I can hardly forbear hurling things at her. I know my lady will strike her. If she do, Malvolio will smile and take it for a great favor.
Come, bring us where she is.
I would not by my will have troubled you, but since you make your pleasures of your pain, I will no further chide you.
I could not stay behind you. My desire more sharp than filed steel did spur me forth, and not all love to see you, though as much as might have drawn one too along the voyage. But jealousy, what might befall your travel, being skilless in these parts which to a stranger, unguided and unfriended, often prove rough and unhospitable. My willing love, the rather by these arguments of fear, set forth in your pursuit.
My kind Antonio, I can no other answer make with thanks. Thanks, and ever off good turns, but shuffled off with such incurring pay. Or when worth, as is my conscious firm, you should find better dealing. What's to do? Shall we go see the relics of the town?
Tomorrow, sir. Best first go see your lodging.
I am not worried. It is long tonight. I pray you, let us satisfy our eyes with the memorials and the things of fame that do renown this city.
Would you pardon me? I do not without danger walk these streets. Once in a sea fight against the Count his galleys, I did some service of such note indeed that were I ta'en here, it would scarce be answered.
But like you slew great number of his people?
The offense was not of such a bloody nature, albeit the quality of the time and quarrel might well have given us bloody argument. It might have been answered in repaying what we took from them, which for traffic's sake, most of our city did. Only myself stood out. For which, if I be lapsed in this place, I shall pay dear.
Do not then walk too open.
It doth not fit me. Hold, sir, here's my purse. In the south suburbs, at the Elephant, is best to lodge. I will bespeak our diet, whilst you beguile the time and feed your knowledge with viewing of the town. There you shall have me.
Why are your purse?
Haply your eye light upon some toy which you desire to purchase, and your store, I think, is not for idle market, sir.
I'll be your purse bearer and leave you. For an hour.
To the Elephant.
I do remember.
I've sent after him. He says he'll come. How shall I feast him? What bestow of him? For youth is often more begged than borrowed. I speak too loud. Where is Malvolio? She is sad and civil and suits well for a servant with my fortunes. Where is Malvolio?
She's coming, madam, but in very strange manner. She is sure possessed, madam.
Why? What's the matter? Does she rave?
No, she does nothing but smile. Your ladyship were best to have some guard about it if she come. For sure, the woman is tainted in his wits.
Go call her hither. I am as mad as she, and if sad and merry madness be. How now, Malvolio?
Sweet lady, ho ho.
Smilest thou? I sent thee upon a sad occasion.
Sad lady, I couldn't be sad. This does make some obstruction in the blood, this cross-gartering, but what of that? If it please the eye of one, it is with me as the very true sun it is. Please one and please all.
Why? How dost thou, woman? What is the matter with thee?
Not black in my mind, though yellow in my legs. It did come into her hand, and commands shall be executed. I think we do know, sweet Roman hand.
Wilt thou go to bed, Malvolio?
To bed, sweetheart, and I'll come to thee.
Oh, God comfort thee. Why dost thou smile and kiss thy hand so oft?
How do you, Malvolio?
At your request, yes, nightingales answer dogs.
Why appear you with this ridiculous boldness before my lady? Be not afraid of greatness. 'Twas well writ.
What dost thou meanest by that, Malvolio?
Some are born great, some achieve greatness,
What sayest thou?
and some have greatness thrust upon them.
Heaven restore thee!
Remember who commanded thy yellow stockings.
Thy yellow stockings?
I wish to see thee cross-gartered.
Cross-gartered?
Go to thou art made if thou desirest to be so.
Am I maid? If not, let me see thee a servant still.
Why, this is very midsummer madness.
Madam? The young gentleman of the Count Orsino's is returned. I could hardly entreat him back. He attends your ladyship's pleasure.
I'll come to him. Good Maria, let this fellow be looked to. Where's my cousin Toby? Let him, some of my people have a special look at him.
I would not him have half my gallery.
Oh ho, do you come near me now? No worse man than Sir Toby to look to me. This concurs directly with the letter she sends him on purpose, that I may appear stubborn to him, for she incites me to that in the letter. Cast thy humble slough, says she, be opposite with the kinsmen, surly with the servants, let thy tongue tang with arguments of state, put thyself into the trick of singularity. And consequently sets down the manner how, as a sad face, a reverend carriage, a slow tongue, in the habit of some serve note, and so forth. I have limed her, but it is Jove's doing, and Jove make me thankful. And when she went away now, let this fellow be looked to, fellow, not Malvolio, nor after my degree, but fellow. Why, everything adheres together, that no dram of a scruple, no scruple of a scruple, no obstacle, no incredulous or unsafe circumstance, what can be said? Nothing that can come between me and the full prospect of my hopes. Well, Jove, not I, is the doer of this, and he is to be thanked.
Which way is she? In the name of sanctity, if all the devils of hell be drawn in little, and Legion himself possessed her, yet I'll speak to her.
Here she is, here she is. How ist you, lady? How ist you, madam?
Go off, I discard you. Let me enjoy my private. Go off.
Oh, lo, how hollow the fiend speaks within her. Did not I tell you, Sir Toby? My lady prays you to have a care of her.
Does she so?
Go to, peace, peace. We must deal gently with her. Let me alone. How is't with you, Malvolio? How do you? What? Defy the devil. Consider, he's an enemy to mankind.
Do you know what you say?
La, you, and you speak ill of the devil. Pray God she be not bewitched.
Carry her water to the wise woman.
Marry, and it shall be done tomorrow. If I live, my lady would not lose her for more than I'll say.
How now, mistress?
Oh, Lord!
Prithee, hold thy peace. This is not the way. Do you not see how you move her? Let her alone.
There is no way but gentleness. Gently, gently. Though the fiend may be rough, she will not be roughly used.
Why, how now, my bawcock? How dost thou chuck?
Sir?
Aye, prithee, come with me. What? Defy the devil! Hang him, foul collier!
Get her to say her prayers, good Sir Toby. Get her to pray!
What, my prayers, minx?
No, I warrant you she will not hear of godliness.
Go hang yourselves, all you are idle, shallow things. I am not of your element. You shall know more hereafter.
Tis possible.
If this were to be played out on stage, I would condemn it an improbable fiction.
Her very genius hath taken infection of the device, man.
Nay, pursue her now, lest the device take air and taint.
We shall truly drive her mad indeed.
The house will be the quieter.
Come, we'll have her in a dark room and bound. My niece is already in the belief she is mad. We shall play it thus, for our pleasure and her penance. Till our very pastime, tired and out of breath, prompt us to have mercy on her. At which point, we'll bring the device to the bar and crown thee for the finder of a madman. But see.
Here's the challenge. Read it. Warn, there's vinegar and pepper in it.
It's so saucy.
I hissed, I warned him. Do but read.
Give me. Youth whatsoever thou art but a scurvy fellow.
Good and valiant.
Wonder not, nor admire not in thy mind why I do call thee so, for I will show thee no reason for it.
Good, and you keep from the blow of the law.
Thou comest to the Lady Olivia, and in my sight she uses thee kindly, but thou liest in thy throat. That is not the matter I challenge thee for.
Good, and in a matter senseless.
I will waylay thee going home, where if it be thy chance to kill me, thou killest me like a rogue and a villain.
Oh, well writ.
Fare thee well, and God have mercy upon one of our souls. he may have mercy upon mine. But my hope is better, and so look to thyself, thy friend as thou usest him, and thy sworn enemy, Andrew Aguecheek. If this letter move him not, his legs cannot. I'll give it him.
You may have very fit occasion for it. She is now in some commerce with my lady, and will by and by depart.
Come, Sir Andrew, scout me for him at the orchard's end like a bum bailey, and as soon as ever thou seest him, draw, and as thou drawest, swear horrible, for it comes to pass oft, that a terrible oath, with a swaggering accent sharply twanged off, gives manhood more approbation than proof itself would have ever earned him. Away!
Nay, let me alone for swearing.
Now will not I deliver this letter, for the behavior of the young gentleman gives him out to be of good capacity and breeding. His employment between his lord and my niece confirms no less. Therefore this letter, being so excellently ignorant, shall breed no terror in the youth. He shall see it comes from a clodpole. But, sir, I will deliver this challenge by word of mouth, set upon Aguecheek some notable report of valor, and drive the gentleman, as I am sure his youth will aptly receive it, into a most hideous opinion of his rage, skill, fury, and impetuosity. This shall fright them both so that they will kill each other by the look, like cockatrices.
Here he come with your niece.
Oh.
Give them way till he take leave, and then presently after.
I will meditate the while upon some horrid message for a challenge.
I have said too much unto a heart of stone, and laid mine honor to an unchary out. There's something in me that reproves my fault, but such a headstrong, potent fault it is, but that it mocks reproof.
With the same behavior that your passion bears goes on my master's grief.
Here, wear this jewel for me. 'Tis my picture. Refuse it not, it hath no tongue to vex you. And I beseech you, come again tomorrow. What shall you ask of me that I'll deny, that honor upon asking give?
Your love for my master.
How with mine honor may I give him that which I have given to you?
I will acquit you.
Well, come again tomorrow. Fare thee well, a fiend like thee might bear my soul to hell.
Gentleman, God save thee.
And you, sir?
That defense thou hast, betake thee to it. Of what nature the wrongs thou hast done him I know not. But thy interceptor, full of despite, bloody as the hunter attends thee at the orchard's end. Dismount thy tuck, be yare in thy preparation, for thy assailant is quick, skillful, and deadly.
Oh, you mistake me, sir. I'm sure no man hath any quarrel to me. My remembrance is free and clear from any image of offense done to any man.
You'll find it otherwise, I assure you. Therefore, if you hold your life at any price, betake you to your guard. For thy opposite hath in him what youth, strength, skill, and wrath can furnish man withal.
I pray you, sir, what is he?
He is knight, dubbed with unhatched rapier and on carpet consideration. Souls and bodies has he divorced 3, and his incessant at the moment is so implacable that satisfaction can be none, but by pains of death and sepulchre. Hobnob is his word. Give it or take it.
I will go again into the house and desire some conduct with the lady. I am no fighter. I have heard of some kind of men that purposely put quarrels in others to taste their valor, but like this man of that quirk.
Sir, no. His indignation derives itself from a very competent injury. Therefore, get you on and give him his desire. Back you shall not to the house, unless you take with me, with as much safety as you would answer him. Therefore, get you on, or strip your sword stark naked, for metal you must, that's certain, or forswear to wear some iron about you.
This is as uncivil as strange. I beseech you, do me the courteous office, as to know of the knight what my offense to him is. It be something of my negligence, nothing of my purpose.
I will do so. Signor Fabian, stay you by this gentleman till my return.
Pray, sir, do you know of this matter?
I know the knight is incensed against you, even to a mortal arbitrament, but nothing of the circumstance more.
I beseech you, what manner of man is he?
Well, to be read by his form, the proof is in his valor. He is indeed, sir, the most skillful, bloody, and fatal opposite you could have found in all of Illyria. You will walk towards him, right? I will fix this all for you, if I can.
I'll be much bound to you for it. I am one that had rather go with Sir Priest than Sir Knight. I care not who knows so much of my mettle.
The youth's a very devil. I had a pass with him, rapier, scabbard, and all, and he gives me the sucking with such a mortal motion that it is inevitable. And on the answer, he pays you as surely as your feet hit the ground they step on. They say he's been a fencer to the Sophie.
Pox on it, I'll not meddle with him.
That's not possible. Signor Fabian can scarce hold him back.
Plague on it. When I thought he had been valiant and so cunning in fence, all those heathen damned ere all had challenged him. Let him let the matter slip, and I'll give him my horse, Grey Capulet.
I'll make the motion. Stand you here and make a good show on it. This shall end without the perdition of souls.
Mary, I'll ride your horse as well as I ride you.
I have his horse to take up the quarrel. I've persuaded him the youth's a devil.
Oh, and he is as conceited of him. He pants, and he is as pale as if he had a bear at his heels.
There is no remedy, sir. He will fight with you for his own sake. Mary, he hath better bethought him of this quarrel, and he finds it scarce to be worth talking of. Therefore get you on, for the supportance of his vow. He protests he will not hurt you.
Pray God defend me. A little thing would make me tell them how much I lack of a man.
Come, Sir Andrew. There is no remedy. The gentleman will, for his honor's sake, have but one bout with you. He cannot by the duello avoid it. Therefore, come. As he is a gentleman and a soldier, he protests he will not hurt you.
Pray God to keep his oath.
I do assure you, sir, 'tis against my will.
Put up your sword! If this young gentleman has done offense, I take fault on me. If you offend him, I for him defy you.
You, sir, why, what are you?
One sir that for his love dares yet do more than you've heard him brag to you he will.
Nay, if you be an undertaker, then I am for you.
Hold, Sir Toby, here come the officers.
I'll be with you anon.
Pray, sir, put your sword up, if you please.
Oh, Mary, will I serve, for thy promise you'll be as good as my word. He will bear you easily and reigns well.
This is the man. Do thy office.
Antonio, I arrest thee at the suit of Count Orsino.
You do mistake me, sir.
No, sir, no, Jot. I know you very well, and I have no sea cap on your head. Take him away.
I must obey. This comes with seeking you. But there's no remedy, I shall answer it. What will you do now? My necessity makes me to ask you for my purse. It grieves me much more what I cannot do for you than what befalls myself. You stand amazed, but be of comfort.
Come, sir, away.
I must entreat you some of that money.
What money, sir? For the fair kindness you have showed me here, in part being promoted by your present trouble, out of my lean and low ability, I'll lend thee something. My having is not much. I'll make division of my present with you. Hold, there's half my coffer.
Will you deny me now? Is it possible that my deserts to you can lack persuasion? Do not tempt my misery, lest that it make me so unsound a man as to upbraid you with those kindnesses I have done for you.
I know of none.
nor know I you by voice or any feature. I hate ingratitude in a man more than lying, vainness, babbling, drunkenness, or any taint of vice whose corruption inhabits our frail blood.
Oh, heavens themselves!
Come, sir, I pray you go.
Let me speak a little. This young man you see here, I snatched one half out of the jaws of death, relieved him with such sanctity of love, and to his image, which methought had promised most venerable worth, did I devotion.
What's that to us? The time goes by. Oh, wait!
But oh, how vile an eye will prove this God! Thou hast, Sebastian, done good feature shame. In nature there's no blemish but the mind. None can be called deformed but the unkind. Virtue is beauty, but the beauteous evil are empty trunks overflourished by the devil.
The man grows mad. Away with him!
Lead me on.
Methinks his words do from such passion fly, that he believes himself, so do not I. Oh, prove true, imagination, oh, prove true, that I, my dear brother, now be ta'en for you.
Come hither, Andrew. Come hither, Fabian. We'll whisper o'er a couplet or two of the most sage saws.
He named Sebastian, I mine brother know, yet living in my glass, even such and so. In favor was my brother, and so he went, still in this fashion, color, ornament, for him I imitate. Oh, if it prove tempest or kind and soul waves fresh in love.
A very dishonest, paltry boy, and more a coward than a hare. His dishonesty appears in leaving his friend behind in necessity and denying him, and for his cowardship, ask Fabian.
A coward, a most devout coward, religious in it.
Slittle after him again and beat him.
Do cuff him soundly, but never draw thy sword.
And I do not.
Let's go to the event.
I dare lay any money, 'twill be nothing yet.
We have reached intermission.
The plot thickens, so we're going to take a 15-minute intermission. So the show will continue after that. Thank you.
What will you make me believe that I am not sent for you?
Go to. Thou art a foolish fellow. Let me be clear with thee.
Well held out, if any. No, I do not know you, nor your name is not Master Cesario, nor I am not sent by my lady to bid you come and speak with her, nor this is not my nose neither. Nothing that is so is so.
I prithee, vent thy folly somewhere else. Thou knowest not me.
Vent my folly. He has heard this word of some great man, and now applies it to a fool. Vent my folly. I am afraid this great lubber the world would make a cockney. I prithee, ungrid thy strangeness, and tell me what I should vent to my lady. Shall I vent to her that thou art coming?
Prithee, foolish Greek, depart from me. 'Tis money for thee. If he tarry longer, I shall give worse payment.
By my troth, thou hast an open hand. These wise men, that good fool's money, earn themselves a good report after 14 years' purchase.
Now, sir, have I met you again? Here's for you.
Why is this a thief? Oh, there! It's there! All people mad!
Hold, sir, I'll throw your dagger over the house!
This I will tell my lady straight. I would not be in some of your coats for 2 pence. Come on.
Sir, hold! Nay, let him alone. I'll go another way to work with him. I'll have an action of battery against him if there be any law in Illyria. Though I struck him first, yet it's no matter for that.
Let go of him!
Nay, I will not let you go. Come on, my young soldier, put up your iron. You are well fleshed. Come on!
I will be free from thee. What wouldst thou now? If thou darest tell me further, draw thy sword.
What? Nay, then I must have an ounce or 2 of this Melford blood from you.
Hold! Hold, Toby! On thy life I charge thee, hold.
Madam.
Will it ever be thus, ungrateful wretch, fit for the mountains and barbarous caves where manners ne'er were preached? Out of my sight!
Be not offended, dear Cesario.
Rude spite, be gone! I pray thee, gentle friend, let thy wisdom, not thy passion, sway in this uncivil, thou unjust extent against thy peace. Go with me to my house, and hear thou many fruitless pranks that roofing hath botched up, that thou thereby mayst smile at this. Thou shalt not choose but go, do not deny. Beshrew his soul for me, he started one poor heart and mind in thee.
What relish is in this? How am I to dream? I am mad, else this is a dream. But fancy still my sense and weak esteem. If it be thus a dream, still let me sleep.
Nay, come, I pray thee, wouldst thou be ruled by me?
Madam, I will.
Say so and so be!
I prithee, put on this gown and this beard. Make her believe thou art Sir Topus the curate. Do it quickly, I'll call Sir Toby the while. Well, I'll put it on and I'll dissemble myself in't. And I would I were the first that ever dissembled in such a gown. I'm not tall enough to become the function well, nor learned enough to be thought a good student, but to be said an honest man and a good housekeeper goes as fairly to say as a careful man and a great scholar.
Ah, Jove bless thee, Master Parson.
Bon dia, Sir Toby. As the old hermit of Prague, who never saw pen or ink, very wittily said to a niece of King Gragorovic, that it is. So I, being Master Parson, I'm Master Parson. For what is that? For that and ease. But ease.
To her, Master Parson.
What all I say? Peace in this prison.
The knave counterfeits well, a good knave.
Who calls there? Sir Topaz the curate, who comes to visit Malvolio the lunatic.
Sir Topaz, good Sir Topaz, go to my lady.
Out, hyperbolic feed! Fixest thou this man? Talkest thou nothing but of ladies?
Oh, well said, Master Parson.
Sir Topaz, never was a man thus wronged. Good Sir Topaz, they have laid me here in hideous darkness. Do not think I am mad.
Ay, thou dishonest Satan! See, call thee by the most modest tones, for I am one of those gentle ones who will use the devil himself with courtesy. Sayest thou this house is dark
As hell, Sir Topaz.
Why, it hath bay windows, transparent as barnacodes, and clear stones to the south, not as lustrous as ebony. And yet complainest thou of obstruction.
I am not mad, Sir Topaz. I say to you, this house is dark.
I say there is no darkness but ignorance, in which thou art more puzzled than the Egyptians in their fog.
I say this house is as dark as ignorance, though ignorance were as dark as hell. And I say there never was a man thus abused. I am no more mad than you are. Make the trial of it in any constant question.
What is the opinion of Pythagoras concerning wildfowl?
That the soul of our granddad might happily inhabit a bird.
What thinkest thou of his opinion?
I think nobly of the soul, and no way approve his opinion.
Very well. Remain thou still in darkness. Thou shalt hold the opinion of Pythagoras ere I will allow thee of thy wit and fear to kill a woodcock, lest thou disposest the soul of thy grand dame. Very well.
Sir Topaz, Sir Topaz!
My most exquisite Sir Topaz.
Nay, I am for all waters. Thou might have done this without thy beard and gown. She sees thee not.
To her in thine own voice, bring me word how thou findest her. I would we were well rid of this knavery, for I am so far in the offense with my niece that I cannot pursue this sport any further to its upshot. Come by and by to my chamber.
Hey, Robin, jolly Robin, tell me how my lady does.
Fool!
My lady's unkind purdy.
Fool!
Alas, why she's so.
Fool, I say!
She loves another. Who calls, huh?
Good fool, as ever thou wilt deserve, or let my hand help me to a candle and pen, ink, and paper. As I am a gentlewoman, I will live to be thankful to thee for it.
Master Malvolio?
Aye, good fool.
Alas, sir, I'll fill you beside your 5 wits.
Fool, never was a man thus wronged. Good fool, I'm as well in my wits, fool, as thou art.
Oh, but as well. If you be no better in your wits than a fool, then you are mad indeed.
They have here propertied me, keep me in darkness, send ministers to me, asses, and do all they can to phase me out of my wits.
Advise you what you say, sir, the minister's here. Malvolio, the wit fly heaven to the star. Endeavor thyself to sleep and leave thy vague bibble-babble.
Sir Topaz!
Maintain no want with him. Oh, who I, sir, not I, sir. God be with you, Sir Topaz. Marian, I will, sir, I will.
Fool, I say!
Alas, sir, be patient. What say you, madam? I am shent for speaking with you.
Good fool, I tell thee, I am as well in my wits as any man in Illyria. Help me to a candle and some paper.
Well a date that you were, sir.
By this hand I am. Please, sir, some candle, ink, and paper, and convey what I will set down to my lady. It shall advantage thee more than ever the bearing of letter did.
Well, I'll help you to it, but tell me true. Are you not mad indeed, or do you but counterfeit?
Believe me, I am not, I tell thee true.
No, I'll ne'er believe a madman till I see his brains. I'll help you to lighten paper and ink.
Good fool, I'll requite it in the highest degree. I prithee be gone.
I am gone, sir, and anon, sir. I'll be with you again, like a trice, and to the old vice, no need to sustain. For we stagger of laugh, in his rage and his wrath, cries a heartly devil, like a mad lad. Pare thy nails, dad. Adieu, good man devil.
a glorious sun. This pearl she gave me, I do feel it and see it. And though 'tis wonder that enwraps me dust, yet 'tis not madness. Where's Antonio then? I could not find him by the elephant, yet there he was. And though I found his credit, that he did range the town to seek me out. His counsel now might do me goal in service, but though my soul disputes well my sense that this may be some error, but no madness, yet doth this accident and flood of fortune so far exceed all instance, all discourse, that I am ready to distrust my eyes and wrangle with my reason that persuades me to any other trust, but I am mad. Or else, the lady's mad? Her choice so. She cannot sway her house, command her followers, take and give back affairs and their dispatch with such a smooth, discreet, and stable bearing as I perceive she does. There's something in it that's deceivable. But here the lady comes.
Blame not this haste of mine. If you mean well, now go with me and with this holy man into the chantry by. And there before him, and underneath the consecrated roof, plight me to the full assurance of my faith, that my most jealous and too doubtful self may live in peace. He shall conceal it, whiles you are willing, it shall come to note what time we shall our celebration keep, according to my birth. What do you say?
I'll follow this good man, and go with you, and having sworn truth ever will be true.
Then lead the way, good father, and heaven so shine that they may fairly open this act of mine.
If thou lovest me, let me see her letter.
Good Master Fabian, grant me another request.
Anything?
Desire not to see this letter.
That is, to give a dog, and in recompense, desire that dog again.
Belong you to the Lady Olivia, friends?
I, sir, we are some of her trappings.
I know thee well. How dost thou, my good fellow?
Truly, sir, the worse for my friends, the better for my foes.
Just the contrary, the better for thy friends.
No, sir, the worse.
How can that be?
Truly, sir. My friends mock me and make an ass of me now. My foes tell me plainly that I am an ass. So, by my foes I profit in the knowledge of myself, and by my friends I am abused. If your conclusions be as to kisses and your 4 negatives make 2 affirmatives, why then? The worse for my friends, the better for my foes.
Why, this is excellent.
Not so, sir. Though it please you to be one of my friends.
That should not be the worse for me. It's gold.
That it would be double dealing, sir. Would you make it another?
You give me no counsel.
Well, put your grace in your pocket for once and let your flesh and blood obey it.
I'll be so much sinner to be a double dealer. There's another.
Primo. Segundo. Tercio. It's a good play. As the old saying goes, the 3rd pays for it all. The triplets, a good tripling measure. Let the bells of St. Bennet put you in mind, sir. 1, 2, 3.
Thou can fool no more money out of me at this throw. If you let thy lady know I'm here to speak with her and bring her along with you, it may awake my bounty further.
Marry, sir, lullaby to your bounty. I go. But I would not have you think my leaving is the sin of covetousness. But as you say, sir, let your bounty take a nap. I will wake it anon.
Here comes the man, sir, that did rescue me.
That face of his I do remember well. When I saw it last, it was besmeared as black as Vulcan in the smoke of war. A bobbling vessel was he captain of, for shallow draught and bulk imprisable with such scaffold grapple did he make with the most noble bottom of our fleet, that very envy, tongue of loss, cried fame and honor. What's the matter?
Orsino! This is that Antonio that took the Phoenix and her fraught from Candy. And this is he that did the tiger board when your young nephew Titus lost his leg. Here in the streets, desperate of shame and state, in private babble did we apprehend him.
He did me kindness, sir, drew on my side, but in conclusion put strange speech upon me. I know not 'twas but distraction.
Thou saltwater thief, what foolish boldness brought thee to their mercies, whom thou, in terms so bloody and so dear, hast made thine enemies?
Orsino, noble sir, be pleased that I shake off these names you give me, Antonio never yet was thief or pirate, though I confess on base and ground enough, Orsino's enemy. A witchcraft drew me hither, that most ingrateful boy there by your side. From the rude seas enraged and foamy mouth did I redeem. A wreck past hope he was, his life I gave him, and did thereto add my love, without retention or restraint, all his in dedication. For his sake did I expose myself into the danger of this adverse town. True to defend him when he was beset, where, being apprehended, his false cunning, not meaning to partake with me in danger, taught him to face me out of his acquaintance, and turned a 20 years removed thing while one would wink. Denied me mine own purse, which I'd recommended to his use not a half hour before.
How can this be?
When came he to this town?
Today, sir, and for 3 months before, no interim, not a minute's vacancy, both day and night did we keep company.
Now the Countess is here! But for thee, fellow, thy words are madness. 3 months this youth hath tended upon me, but more of that anon. Take him aside.
What would my lord that he may not have, wherein Olivia may seem serviceable? Cesario, you do not keep promise with me, madam.
Gracious Olivia!
What say you, Cesario? Good my lord.
My lord would speak. My duty hushes me.
If it be aught to that old tune, my lord, it is as fat and fulsome to mine ear as howling after music.
Still so cruel.
Still so constant, my lord.
What to perverseness? You uncivil lady, to whose ingrate and unauspicious altars my faithless offerings hath breathed out that air devotion tendered. What shall I do?
Even what it please my lord, that shall become him.
Why should I not? Had I the heart to do it, like to the Egyptian thief at point of death, kill what I love, a savage jealousy that savors nobly. But hear me this, since you to non-regardance cast my faith, and that I partly know the instrument that screws me from my true place in your favor, live you the marble-breasted tyrant still. But this, your darling, whom I know you love, and whom by heaven I swear I tender dearly, him will I tear out that cruel eye, where he sits crowned in his master's spite. Come, boy, with me. My thoughts are ripe in mischief. I'll sacrifice the lamb that I do love, despite a raven's heart within a dove.
And I, most jocund, apt, and willingly to do you rest, 1,000 deaths would die.
Where goes Cesario?
After him I love, more than I love these eyes, more than my life, more by all moors than e'er I shall love wife. If I do feign you witnesses above, punish my life for tainting of my love.
I me detested, me beguiled.
Who does beguile you? Who does do you wrong?
Hast thou forgot thyself? Is it so long? Call forth thy holy father.
Come, away.
Whither, my lord? Cesario?
Stay.
Husband!
My husband? Can that he deny?
Husband, sirrah.
No, sir, not I.
Alas, it is in the baseness of thy fear that makes thee strangle thy propriety. Fear not, Cesario. Take thy fortunes up, and be thou knowest thou art, then thou art can be as great as thou fearest. Oh, welcome, father. Father, I charge thee by thy reference here to unfold, though lately we intended to keep in darkness, what occasion now reveals 'tis ripe. What thou dost know hath newly passed between this youth and me.
A contract of eternal bond of love, confirmed by mutual joinder of hands, strengthened by interchangement of your rings, attested by holy close of lips, and all the ceremony of this compact, sealed by my function, by my testimony, since when my watch hath told me, to my grave I have traveled but 2 hours.
O thou dissembling cub, what wilt thou be when time hath sowed the grizzle upon thy case? Or not else thine craft so quickly grow that thine own trip shall be thine overthrow? Take her, and farewell. But direct thy feet where thou and I henceforth may never meet.
My lord, I do protest.
Oh, do not swear. Hold little faith, though thou hast too much to fear.
For the love of God, a surgeon send word presently to Sir Toby.
What's the matter?
He has broke my head across and has given Sir Toby a bloody coxcomb too. For the love of God, your help, I'd rather than 40 pound I were at home.
Who has done this, Sir Andrew?
The Count's gentleman, one Cesario. We took him for a coward, but he's the very devil incarnate.
My gentleman Cesario!
Odds lifelings, here he is! You broke my head for nothing, and that I did, I was set on to do it by Sir Toby.
You drew your sword upon me without cause, but I bespoke you fair and hurt you not.
The bloody coxcomb be a hurt, you have hurt me. I think you set nothing by a bloody coxcomb. Oh, here comes Sir Toby halting. You shall hear more. But if he had not been in drink, he would have tickled your other gates than he did.
How now, gentlemen? How's it with you?
That's all one has hurt me, and there's the end on it. Sot, didst see Surgeon Darren, Sot?
Oh, he's drunk, Sir Toby. An hour agone, his eyes were set at 8 in the morning.
Then he's a rogue and a passy measuring panini. I hate a drunken rogue.
Away with him! Who hath made this havoc with them?
I'll help you, Sir Toby, because we'll be dressed together.
Will you help? An asshead, a coxcomb, and a knave, a thin-faced knave, a gull!
Get him to bed, and let his hurt be looked to.
Oh, Sir Toby! I'm sorry, madam, I've hurt your kinsman, but had it been the brother of my blood, I must have done no less with wit and safety. You chose strange guard upon me, and by that, I do perceive I have offended you. Pardon me, sweet one, even for the vows we made each other but so late ago.
One face, one voice, one habit, two persons, a natural perspective that is and is not.
Antonio! Oh, my dear Antonio! How have the hours racked and tortured me since I have lost thee?
Sebastian, are you?
Fearest thou that, Antonio?
How have you made division of yourself? An apple cleft in two is no more twin than these two creatures. Which is Sebastian?
Most wonderful.
Do I stand there? I never had a brother, nor can there be that deity in my nature and here and everywhere. I had a sister, whom the blind waves and surges have devoured. Of charity, what kin are you to me? What countryman? What name? What parentage?
Of Messalene. Sebastian was my father. Such a Sebastian was my brother too, so when he suited to his watery tomb. If spirits can assume both form and suit, you come to fright us.
A spirit I am indeed, but am in that dimension grossly clad, which from the womb I did participate. Were you a woman, asked the rascals even, I should let my tears like fall upon your cheek and say, Joyce, welcome, drowned Viola.
My father had a mole upon his brow.
And so am I.
And died that day when Viola from her birth had numbered 13 years.
Oh, that record is lively in my soul. He finished indeed his moral act that day that made my sister 13 years.
Oh, if nothing lets to make us happy both but this my masculine usurped attire, do not embrace me until each circumstance of place, time, and fortune do cohere and jump, that I am Viola, which to confirm, I'll take thee to a captain in this town where lie my maiden weeds, by whose gentle help I was preserved to serve this noble count. All the occurrence of my fortune's sins hath been between this lady and this lord.
So comes it, lady, you have been mistook. Nature to abide you in that you have been contracted to a maid. Nor you therein by my light deceived. You betrothed both to a maid and man.
Be not amazed, right noble is his blood. If this be so, and though the glass seems true, I shall have share in this most happy wreck. Boy, thou hast said to me 1,000 times, thou shalt never love a woman like to me.
And all those sayings will I overswear, and those swearings keep in true as soul as doth that orbed continent the fire that severs day from night.
Give me thy hand and let me see thee in thy woman's weeds.
The captain that did first bring me on shore hath my maid's garments. He upon some action is Malvolio's suit, a gentleman and follower of my lady's.
He shall enlarge her. Fetch Malvolio hither. And yet, alas, now I remember me. They say, poor gentleman, she's much distract. A most extracting frenzy of mine own from mine remembrance clearly banished her. How does she, sirrah?
Truly, madam, she holds Beelzebub at Save's end as well as any man in her case may do.
Here she has written a letter to you. I should have delivered it today morning, but as the madman's epistles are no gospels, it skills not much when they are delivered.
Open it. Read it.
Look to be well edified when the fool delivers the madman. By the Lord, madam.
How now? Art thou mad?
No, madam. But I do read madness, and your ladyship would have it as it ought to be. You must allow Vox.
Prithee, read by thy right wits.
So I do, Madonna, but to read in her right wits is to read thus. Therefore perpend, my princess, and give ear.
Read it, you, sirrah.
By the Lord, madam, you wrong me, and the world shall know it, though you have put me into darkness and given your drunken cousin rule over me, yet I have the benefit of my senses as well as your ladyship. I have your own letter that induced me into the semblance that I put on, with the which I doubt not, but to do myself much right, or you much shame. Think of me as you please. I leave my duty a little unthought of, and speak out of my injury, the madly used Malvolio.
Did she write this?
Aye, madam.
Savors not much of distraction.
See her delivered, Fabian. Bring her hither. My lord, so please you, these things further thought on to think me as well a sister as a wife. One day shall crown the alliance on so please you, here at my house and at my proper cost.
Madam, I am most apt to embrace your offer. Come. So much beneath the metal of your sex, and so far beneath the soft and tender breathing of your love. Since you called me master for so long, you shall from hence be your master's mistress.
Sister, you are a she?
Is this the madman?
Aye, my lord, this very same. How now, Malvolio?
Madam, you have done me wrong, notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolio?
Lady, you have. Pray you, peruse this letter. You must not now deny it is your hand. Write from it if you can, and hand a phrase, or say 'tis not your seal, nor your invention. You can say none of this. Well, grant it then, and tell me, in the modesty of honor, why you have given me such clear lights of favor, bade me come smiling and cross garter to you, to put on yellow stockings, and to frown upon Sir Toby and the later people. And acting this in an obedient hope, why have you suffered me to be imprisoned, kept in a dark house, visited by a priest, and made the most notorious geck and gold that e'er invention played on? Tell me why.
Alas, Malvolio, this is not my writing, though I confess, much like the character, but out of question, 'tis Mariah's hand. And I do now bethink me, it was she. First told me thou wast mad, camest in smiling, and in such forms here was presupposed upon thee in the letter. Prithee, be content. When we know the grounds and authors of it, thou shalt be both the plaintiff and the judge of thine own cause.
My lady, hear me speak, and let no brawl nor no quarrel come taint the condition of this present hour, and in hopes that it is so, I most freely confess that myself and Toby set this device against Malvolio here. Mariah writ the letter at Sir Toby's great importance, in recompense that he hath married her, and after some unscrupulous parts, let it pluck laughter, and not revenge, if the injuries on both sides be justly weighed that passed.
Alas, poor fool, how they have baffled thee. Why, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some
of greatness thrust upon them. I was one in this interlude, sir. One in topaz, sir. Oh, but that's all one. By the Lord, fool, I'm not mad. But do you remember, madam? Why laugh you at such a barren rascal? And you smile not, she's gagged. And that's the whirly gig of time brings in her revenge.
I'll be revenged on the whole pack of you! She hath been most notoriously abused.
Pursue her and entreat her to a peace. She hath not told us of the captain's whereabouts yet. When that is known and golden time convents, a solemn combination of our sweet souls can be made. Sister, we shall not part from hence. And Cesario come, and so you shall be seen when you are a boy. But when other habits you are seen, Orsino's mistress and his fancy's queen.
When that I was, and a little tiny boy, with a hey-ho, the wind and the rain, a foolish thing was but my toy. For the rain, it raineth every day. For when I came to man's estate, with a hey-ho, the wind and the rain, 'gainst knaves and thieves men shut their gate. For the rain, it raineth every day. For when I came, alas, to life, with a hey-ho, the wind and the rain, by swaggering could I never thrive. For the rain, it raineth every day. A great while ago, the world began, with a hey-ho, the wind and the rain. But that's all one, our play is done, and we'll strive to please you every day.
Appreciate you guys coming out and supporting the cast. Cast, come on out. Cast.
Is Danny DeVito coming?
So, I really want to say thank you guys for coming. This has been a long road, toiled by a lot of hard work. It really has. And tonight's a special night because it is the end of the journey, but it's also the beginning of something much bigger than all of us in this room. The family and the friendship that's been forged throughout Found Space and 12th Night as a whole is going to be something very special in my heart, and I hope tonight's night is going to be something special in your hearts as well, because the amazing cast and crew that's brought everybody on the stage together and the folks in the audience together is what's going to leave an indelible mark on not only these amazing people that I've been able to have the privilege of working with this past school year. Honestly. And I wouldn't have met them if it wasn't for that. I really wouldn't have met any of them. I I want to met the amazing people who've worked backstage as well in the house. And honestly, I'm just grandstanding at this point because I am lucky to be a director to have such smart actors to make me look better than I actually am. But our play is done, and I look forward to.
We'll strive to please you every day.
We'll strive to please you all every day, every hour, from time